Today we're checking out the harmonious choir, the Great Septimus. This is Sunday's boss theme. Several parts in here. Going to be stopping and starting quite a bit. Inferma Nostri Corporis, Symphony number 8, 1,000 Suns. Hope is a thing with feathers. Hope is a thing with feathers. Moms like these. Morns like these. 11 minutes and 29 seconds. So I really like this right off the bat. So something that's been interesting for my own personal journey with music this year is the crossroads between electronica music and classical has become something that I've really started to enjoy. I really liked how in other Hoyo titles, mostly, well, the Scaramouche battle theme, it's an exceptional, and also the Raiden Shogun battle theme. Those two themes are exceptional at producing this EDM mixed with whatever instrumentation, Scaramouche battle theme being much more in line with that. And by that, I mean the classical idea mixed in with EDM. What I love about this, 30 seconds in, la, 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 la. What are we doing? We're just saying la, right? Over and over and over. But underneath you have this really intense organ that's sort of posturing that choir. And the choir and the organ sort of are existing in harmony in that moment. The choir's singing is just, I mean, it's just note, la, 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 la. I mean, we all know what that is. It's just basics of like singing. There's no like text or what have you. But what's cool about all that, because of the way that the notes move, we can have a sense of stress, a sense of dissonance, of course, because of the actual dissonance that's occurring. So here I know what this boss looks like, the Great Septimus. So it's huge and it's conducting a choir. What's really fascinating is just the size. We hear that with the organ. We also hear that with the choir. I like how this is set up with this sort of infernal choir, this dangerous choir, this sort of choir from hell in a way, all just on la, la, la. The organ is really cool in here because the organ is really driving us forward and really planting us in this like size. Sha-da-da-ya. Sha-da-da. Clapping in the background, it's cool. So actually what we end up getting there is a classic call and response, whereas the rhythm is not changing. The rhythmic identity of the organ underneath, but we're getting this so you're getting two opposing forces there, the females and then the male singers sort of not coming together just yet, but being separate. This is really cool because what it does is it sort of sustains or spreads out the tension. Da, 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 do. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Now we're together. Ah. Don't you feel that too? Ba-da. That's the arrival of the thing. That's the heralding of the messenger, the angel. Ba. When we go that's that pointed forward. Ba 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 ba. We're here. We've arrived. That's a feeling of agitation of like, yes, he's here. You know, like celebrating the Great Septimus. You know. A little delay there, very effective. Ba, 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 ba. What does that do? What does that do? So we got... That's the bubbling, the boiling of the water. Also really effective. That's very like, whoa, what? In your face. Ba, nice sustain. Ba, da, bo. Nice electric guitar. And the mix with the organ there. Da, 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 ya. Ba, da. Something we've heard in the voices before, so we're just repeating the motif of this theme, kind of. But it's interesting too because by using the electric guitar, that's the sort of like danger. The electric guitar really sets up that quality of like, what the, like this thing is huge and like this is really dangerous. There's an inherent quality in that. Right, it's like breathing down your neck, kind of like oppressing you, pushing you down, pushing your head underwater, right? Kind of. I mean, again, this is speculation. I mean, I'm just making it up. That's the fun part about music is that you know the context. I don't know the context. Active listening is this. Active listening is listening to things and then creating our own deductions based on the things we hear. You can do this at home right now. You don't need me to do this. It's actually the best part about music. What does this mean? What does this feel like? Oh, okay, well, why is the choir doing that? It's just asking questions. It's a pretty great piece so far, I have to say. I really like this mixture of I wouldn't call it Bachian, but this sort of like oratorio, which is a, liturgical setting where you're singing about God, the story of Jesus usually. And we're getting this here. Obviously, there's a conductor. The Septimus is the conductor, and there's the choir celebrating, in this case, Sunday, I would assume, but there's, it's just it's fascinating. Now we have a little bit of downtime. Oh. Love how short that was. It's very staccato at the end. Ticking clock. Nice dissonance. Love this bit. It's just build up. Heavy, big. Let's go. This motif we've heard from the very beginning. Love that little syncopation there. What does that mean? What does that mean to you, though? Da, sustain. Da, 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 ba, da, 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 da. You gotta think about what that means to you, right? Again, I'm still constantly getting the sense of arrival with this piece. Obviously, it's the culmination because this is like the boss of Penacony, if I recall, based on what I read. I didn't see this thing. Ta, sustain, da, 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 da. We go down, then we go up through that note that we just sustained into an upper version of it where we're now sustaining da. Then we do it again. Da, 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 da. Doesn't Sunday betray his sister? So if that's the case, I don't actually know. If Sunday's betrayed Robin, then that music, ba-da-da-da, ba-da, how could you do that to her? Right? Let's keep going. Key change now. We shifted. Very much a clock emphasis. I know time is big and... Key change again. Key change again. Oh, well, at least in dissonance. Maybe it's not a key change, but... A lot of dead space there. It feels like we're shifting key, but at the very least, we're going into an augmented chord structure there. And what's interesting here is that we have a lot of open space. And open space is like the wiggle room. If you were to notate that, those would be rests. And the thing is, rests don't mean sit idle and wait for, the thing to pass. Rests mean breathe. Be ready for the next entrance, right? There's a little bit of open space in there, which I find really interesting because it's almost like gasps or moments of reflection on Sunday, maybe, or even us. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe we're doing this. Like, what? Is this really the conflict that's at hand? Right there. Yeah. Right there. Just ever so slight. Da-da! Right, a little bit of gap. Now the cello matching the male singers there. Da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Right. A lot of unison here again. Oh, this is her song, right? Isn't it? So we hear this in the background, right?
Heads up, the wheels are spinning across the plains and valleys deep to dawn. The wheels that sing an unending dream. Heads up, the tracks are running across the plains where shadows hide. We run, we stride. We rise together as our destiny unfolds. We face the darkness and our trials are yet untold. Through the shadows of despair, and with silence hopes we share. Whoa, to chase our dreams that we've declared. Through eyes, yet fools blind our sights can make what they say. We'll find our way. We'll find our way. Heads up, the wheels are spinning across the plains and valleys deep to dawn. The wheels that sing an unending dream. Heads up, the tracks are running across the plains where shadows hide. We run, we
Why do I have chills? Hope is a thing with feathers. Lyrics.
in the face of fear and blight, and yet we hold our ground. Whoa, in life we stand astride our victory.
This is Emily Dickinson. Hope is a thing with feathers poem.
And we hope that our night will know. To break free from chains and come anew. Heads up, the wheels are spinning across the plains and valleys deep to dawn. The wheels that sing an unending dream. Heads up, the tracks are running across the plains where shadows hide. We run, we
Really nice harmony there. That's so nice. Wow. Hands up. Nice pull back there.
Beneath the starry night, in the face of God, we rose as one.
What a big crazy tonal shift. I mean, this is like the return, right? This really feels like when we bury ourselves in the deepest place in the ocean so that no one can find us, and yet someone does. In this case, Robin to Sunday, I would assume. Or Robin comes to help us, right? And we get this incredible feeling of, well, I got chills. Wow, it's really impressive goosebumps. What we end up with is this feeling of arrival, of forgiveness, of transformation, of saying, you've done some terrible things, man. Or you are terrible, but I still appreciate you. I still love you. Let go of that. Come back to family. Come back to us, you know? And the thing is, like, you know, the track title is Hope is the Thing with Feathers, which is Hope, in quotes, is the Thing with Feathers is a poem by Emily Dickinson. And it goes something like, Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. and sweetest in the gale is heard. And sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. So even though things are terrible, hope is a thing that kind of can live in our souls. Singing a tune without the words, despite gale and storm, and sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird. And how do you kill and get rid of this sweet little bird that protected us and kept us warm? I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. It's beautiful. Let's look at how the lyrics actually go in the song itself. We rise together as our destiny unfolds. We face the darkness and our trials are yet untold. Oh, in silence hopes we share. Whoa, 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 to chase our dreams that we've declared. We glimpse through our eyes, yet fools blind our sights. Can't make what they say. We'll find our way, we'll find our way. Heads up. The wheels are spinning across the plains and valleys deep to dawn, the wheels that sing an unending dream. Heads up, the tracks are running. Across the plains where shadows hide, we run, we stride, oh. In the face of fear and plight, and yet we hold our ground. In life we stand and strive. Our victory is found. There is a sense that as soon as this song picks up and jumps in, the tide shifts. The god becomes heartened. We become emboldened, brave, strong, courageous. The melody and the tempo of this piece moves us forward with a sense of victory in our hearts, a sense of we can accomplish anything if we set our minds to it. And sure, it may be a kitschy, maybe overly exuberant pop song, but is that so bad? I don't think so. The juxtaposition between the first half, which is classical Baroque violence, tonal musical violence, to this bright, inviting, effervescent, joyful sound of standing up and facing adversity head on, is one of the most common and, I wouldn't say cliche, but certainly cliched stories in the book. And yet it never ceases to not work. Listen to the transition from one to the other. We have the low men, this electronic twist, organ, repeating that soprano pattern that we heard earlier. Da-da, ya-da, da-da, da-da. That tone right there is of suspension. Whoa, what's gonna happen? And then this is what happens. Key change, shift. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? What are these drums? What do we do? What do we do there? First of all, what an awesome transition. But what do? We pause, we shift key, we reset, and then pump, hands up, and then we go in with a little bit of a break, a lift, and then we punch. Right there. Echoing in the distance. Picks up. Break. We strive. Whoa! Rise together as our destiny unfolds. Nice. Nice acoustic sound as opposed to the juxtaposition we had prior, which is very organic, choral, vocal heavy, organ heavy, very heavy. This is very light and breathy, right, with her singing. Chase our dreams that we've declared. Glimpse through our eyes. Very tender here. Fools blind our sights. Very tender. Make what they say. We'll find our way. We'll find our way. And then we pick up because we'll find our way, baby. wheels are spinning across the plains in valleys deep to dawn. The wheels singing an unending dream. Hands up, the tracks are running across the plains where shadows hide. We run, we stride, whoa.
In the
Face of fear and blight.
and yeah, we hold
Really nice harmony there, very subtle right there.
Whoa. In life we stand and strive. Our victory is
So what do we end up getting with this song? I mean, what is the point? What is the modus operandi of this? It's to showcase that no matter how deeply in the hole, we can still turn that thing around. With the help of the ones we love, with the help of friends, with even the help of ourselves, we can overcome being all the way in the pit of despair to the point that we lash out and act out and fight against people that want to help us and so on and so forth. We can still be guided out, in this case by the power of song and by the power of family and whatever. Or at the very least, we are supported by a character that boosts our morale and allows us to see that what's in front of us, despite how scary it is, can still be conquered and still be withstood. Gorgeous stuff. Really, really beautiful. If you like this, there's tons more on the channel. Feel free to like, subscribe, and I'll see you later.